Welcome to Art of Tiny Living. It's a road trip day. Wherever could we be going? Stop at a historical marker might give you a clue of where we're going. It's a dog walk area, at least. Sign says no littering. Sure, people listen. A quick little stop in mountain air and a visit to the information center. Nice little museum filled with plenty of information, deadly artifacts like this Spanish weapon. Lots of information to share. And there's even a little video that you can sit and watch. This is the historic Schaefer Hotel. Yes, those are swastikas, but this is 1923, so before Hitler decided to bastardize the symbol. So we're at this little plaza in Mount Air, but we'll be moving on to someplace else here just shortly. Little local downtown flavor. Interesting metalwork on the doors. So what you see there is what you see there. We are at the Grand Riviera, part of the Salinas Pueblo Missions National Monuments Center. It is pet friendly. Just keep your dogs or your animals, your kids, all on the path because rattlesnakes are present.
No. Can you take?
So there's actually 3 sites involved, and this is the first one that we decided to stop to. The landscapes are vast, and the buildings are pretty much left in ruins. But it gives you a good indication of what happened when the Spaniards met Native Americans in this area, as well as indigenous Mexicans that lived in the area at the time. And because Mel always needs the gratuitous butt shot.
That's what she said.
Throughout these segments, you're going to see these round holes in the ground. These were kiva areas, mainly meant for elders to gather, hold ceremonies, do education, talk with councils. Really fascinating stuff. A lot of these foundations and builds are centuries old, and yet they haven't really crumbled or fallen apart too much yet. Did I mention the landscapes are vast? So like I said, this is the Grand Riviera, also known as Las Humanas. This is the largest of the Salinas Pueblo facilities. A lot of this area predates the early 1600s. Tells the story of the strife between the missionaries and the conquistadors, and the necessity of boosting Christianity throughout the heathens that lived here prior to them. This is site number 2 in the series. This is the Kuwari, still again part of the Salinas Pueblo Missions National Monument. This, of course, was a church space summoned by the Spaniards, built by Native Americans. Still quite the echoing chamber, even though it's in ruins. Architecturally, you can see that this is not only European style, but it's adapted with native materials and architectural standards. Don't get lost now. Lots of rooms, lots of little passageways, and an amazing view. And again, more kiva areas. The third stop. The third place we visited was the Abu Ruins. Again, this is part of the Salinas Pueblo Missions National Monument. Been a long day, put in quite a couple 100 miles in to go see all 3 sites on one day before the state comes back to a stay-at-home. I think this is the most fascinating one. Architecturally, there was a few areas that they were trying to describe, one being where they had a stable. Seemed like it was way too small to even get a horse through, much less a series of horses through. But this whole land area once belonged to early Native Americans, early settlers from Mexico that had come into the area, did a lot of trading. I'm sure they hunted buffalo. Fascinating stuff. Lots of history, lots of things to make you think about things. Man's inhumanity to man. Seeing what had happened to these civilizations gives you a lot to think about and share perspectives of. You know, we think about only our lives and what's happening to us today. Most of the people here experienced, you know, a total wipeout change of their lives. So that's it. 3 sites in one day. The Salinas Pueblo Missions, part of the National Park Service and U.S. Department of Interior, National Monuments of New Mexico.
You waiting for us?
So modern pioneering and doing a little exploration as well. We are artoftinyliving. We hope you enjoyed. Make sure you click like and subscribe. See you again.